whatever you can do, hit the like button and, subscribe or follow or do everything you can to help out the channel. I appreciate it. But it's good to see some movement here within JasmyCoin and a lot of things within the market. So fantastic. Let's see. So we're good with that. We're good with that. Let's do, I don't know if I did that the right way. Okay, subscribers only. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're starting to poll here. Did you hit the like button yet? We do have 40 people that are here on YouTube, and we have 24 likes, so it's definitely around the 50% of the concurrent viewers, which is great. As soon as you get in here, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, helps out a lot of stuff. So just answer the poll and hit the like button. But yeah, we'll get started in some things in a little bit. I just want to say good morning to a lot of people. Sorry that we are late. Yet again, well, not really late. I can get on here whenever I want, but it's just not the normal time that we get on. Definitely allergies or a sickness or something is bothering me, and I don't know what it is. Last night, could not breathe at all. Like, I mean, not even out my nose, but also out of my throat. I couldn't. It seemed like I was just going to die if I went to sleep. So I just I ended up maybe sleeping for, I don't know, like 3 hours. Everything was good until I woke up like that. And I couldn't go back to sleep, so I just went downstairs and stayed up for like an hour. Things seemed to work out to where my nose opened up. I was able to sleep a little bit more until about 6 o'clock, which is way past when I usually go to sleep or usually wake up. But then, things had to clear up again. So now we're finally at a point to where things are sort of clear. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to go live, especially with, a day like today. It seems like JasmyCoin is starting to decrease ever since I did go live here. But um so yeah. Um we in the house. Good morning. Good
Major
morning, Matt. Good
Prodigy
morning.
underscore donated $10 through Super
Well, thank
Chat.
you for that super chat.
Appreciate all your help with learning about crypto and about Jasmy I am still holding.
Well, that's great. That's great. I try to teach people as much as I can about crypto. Do I know absolutely everything? No, I don't. I just, teach people what I've learned. And a lot of times you learn by the experiences that you have. And if you don't have those experiences, you can't, you can learn all the book knowledge that you want. You can learn what blockchain is. You can understand certain positions and what their use cases would be, but you won't understand trading and being within the market without that experience. And that's kind of what I would bring and what I do bring. It's a little bit of trading experience from, stock market trading, from long-term investing, understanding strategies and all of that stuff. So I'm glad that I can help people out. That's all I try and do on this channel is help people out, and hopefully we can find a way to make lives changed. I would hope that we can make majority of lives that are changed on this channel, but everybody has their own thought process, their own way of doing things. And if they can make a decent amount of money from it, fantastic. If they can make a life-changing amount of money from it, even better, right? So hopefully that the latter is the case. But thank you for that super chat. That's your first super chat as well. On your Patreon, when it comes to Margex, do you live trade? So typically, I'm not doing as like I don't do many trades. I do have about 15 trades currently live on Margex, but I typically just talk about the strategy of leverage trading. The one thing that I don't like, and the reason why I don't do that, I know a lot of people look for this type of thing. The one thing that I don't like is when people copy your trades exactly what you're doing, because nobody thinks the way that you do. So then they end up being lost without your trades. I like to teach people maybe a little bit of what my mindset is, and hopefully you guys can understand that portion of it, because I've noticed on many different channels where you have day trading, where you have swing trading, where you have anything that's live trading, people are looking for a place to copy exactly what you are doing. And even if you are right majority of the time, I feel like that person is not gaining anything from it. So you have to understand building your own strategy, developing your own trades, and having conversations on what trades you made during the day, not what trades everybody made during it. I hate that so much where Patreons, I understand the value in it. People want to make easy money, but life isn't easy. Making money should never be that easy, right? You should have to do a ton of research into building your own strategy in order to become profitable. So I know if that's what you are looking for, that's not what you're going to get. I can talk about the trades that I made, but most likely I'll talk about those trades a little bit after that. And I hope to get a breakdown of other people's trades when I speak to people in the one-on-ones that I have, which the one-on-one level of Patreon is no longer available. There's like 6 people that are a part of that, and it's already wait, bro, me too. I couldn't breathe for the last 2 nights, no sleep. Yeah, it's been bad. It's been bad for me. I don't know if I'm lagging right now. Please let me know if I am lagging. It looks like from what I'm seeing, I'm lagging, but let me know. But yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. The night before that was I could sleep. It was definitely allergies, but every time spring comes in, every time we have um it's a yawn fest. I mean, that's fine. Every time spring comes in, I get allergies that are a problem, and I get some sort of a like weather change sickness that's, and I can't tell the difference between what's being affected more, right? Whether it's just like a sickness or it's the allergies that are an issue. But I can tell it's both of them because I don't ever get like a sore throat uh from allergies, but I will get watery eyes from allergies, and not being able to keep them open and feel a little bit more tired and all of that because of the fact that my eyes are consistently watering, um, and also an itchy throat and itchy ears and just all that stuff. It just gets me. But then I also understand that it is a sickness as well, so I'm gonna have to remain distant from people for the next maybe 2 days just to check to see what it is. But I'm trying to treat both of them at the same time. Yeah, there's a bit of lag. You're late today, Matt. Yeah, I explained kind of why I'm on here a little bit later. I mean, there's times where I would go until 9:30 anyways, so that's fine. Who all still playing on Solana? Who's all still playing? I mean, I still have positions on Solana. Finally able to catch a live stream. Good morning, Matt. Everybody hit the like button on the way in and help the channel into the algo. I appreciate that. Jasmine will go back to 21% of a penny, or sorry, 2.1 cent mark. I use Coinbase Pro. If you see the hourly mark, you can see those spikes when I go off of plus bit screener. Anyways, have a good morning. Get well soon. Well, thank you for sharing your insights. I appreciate that. Jasmine is not a good choice of token. Normies, I mean that's up to you. I mean, if Jasmine's not a good choice for you, doesn't mean it's not a good choice for anybody else. Um, I think it is, and maybe my opinion doesn't matter to you, but it, you know, the only opinion that needs to matter is yourself. That's whatever you see in the position is what's going to push you forward or propel you forward. But if we do look at Margex and the different positions that I do hold, I don't know if it'll show all of them, but I do have 15 open positions right now. at which some of them are up by 100%, 97% here, or 200%. Some of them are down by 17 or 10%, but a lot of them are up by hundreds of percent because I decided to buy in a little bit early. And I still think, like some of them here, like Solana, you could see that my price that I bought at 175, I still believe in it a lot further than where that is, and we're looking at $172 worth of a price. So I am down on that play as well as XRP, very bullish on that, but I did it at a 5x leverage versus the 5x leverage or 15x leverage here for this XRP play that the open price was 57 cents and currently sits at 61. So yeah, I have a lot of different open plays in Margex. If you guys want to go and start trading in this platform, feel free to do so. You can trade up to 100x leverage as well as you can trade, as little as 5x leverage on a lot of plays. Do you think Jasmy will hit a new highs if Bitcoin is likely to gain more ETFs? And if so, any projections? So first of all, when you say Bitcoin's likely to gain more ETFs, you mean like in like different Bitcoin ETFs that they're creating, or are you talking about like all-encompassing ETFs where Bitcoin is the main subject, maybe at like 50 or 60 or 70%, while also the other coins are also included in there? I mean, I'm understanding that that's likely that will happen. I don't know if there will be many more like just Bitcoin ETFs. I feel like all of them that have been approved and launched and volume is flowing through them. But I think it's more about the Ethereum ETFs and other ETFs that are coming on as well. You should probably have a sinus issues. You probably have sinus issues. I've been down since January uh, until yesterday. I don't know. I don't know. It's been the last 2 days ever since it got warm. Once it got warm, that's where things kind of um, collapsed for me, allergy wise. But I took the one day yesterday was okay because, or sorry, the day before that was okay because I took my allergy medication. And then the yesterday I didn't do that until later in the day. So it takes like 24 hours to kick in. And it was pretty bad throughout the night until this morning, which I did take it again. I mean, the meme space, I'm starting to actually make some gains. Starting to looking into tokens. Seems to be fine. X, it does seem like it's lagging a little bit on X. So maybe it's just the ones that aren't generally streaming services. Let me see how um, Twitch is going, and we'll see how Kick is going. But I haven't like lagged in a while. So yeah, it seems like Twitch and Kick are going just fine. But then when you have YouTube, everything seems to be lagging. So I apologize about that. Hopefully things get fixed. And I got hit with a 30-second non-skippable ad, and then the stream froze after I restarted the stream. Non-skippable ad. You shouldn't get hit with those. I don't have that going into there. 30-second non-skippable ad. I usually only do skippable ones. Yeah, that's weird. Unless YouTube is upgrading the ads because they want to make more money. That may be the case. That's an easy way to get yourself banned on the channel. Like I don't know why people decide to do that. Like the easiest way to get yourself banned on the channel is by just spamming something rather than just asking. You know, it takes a while. It may take a while for me to get to it, but all I have to do is ask. What do you think about I don't know. I don't know about that. Why does that seem? Yeah, I'm not going to answer that because that's the same position that's there. Matt, any thoughts on Radi X? I haven't. I'm not getting into some radix. No, I haven't gotten into positions yet, individual positions. But first, we do need to go into Jasmy and see where Jasmy is right now. Um, Thanks for the Jasmy update video. I've been hearing other YouTubers saying that the lockup will be 100 million a month. I didn't think that was right. You cleared that up. Yeah, it's the initial investment is 100 million, and then people are trying to just throw out stuff because they know it has popularity, right? When you talk about JasmyCoin, you're going to get a decent amount of popularity from it. Um, Businesses, and that's how much you're going to have locked up with that. I have 2K, and I'm looking for a 100x coins on ETH. I don't know what to do. You're looking for 100x coins on ETH. Um, you know, you have to factor in a lot of things. You have to factor in something that's really kind of just getting started or a long-term strategy in some of the plays that are there. There are 100x opportunities within there, but it's all speculation depending on what you see within that play. I know how that could be. Like I know you just want to like, hey, what's a 100x play right now? And there's many of them, but it all depends on what you see and what you want to do within it. Because it's 100x if you want to wait a certain period of time, or if you see the same value that I see. Do you think everything will drop again over the coming months? Have some cash coming end of May, and I'd like to invest. Wondering if it'd be too late. So I don't know if it'll be too late. I think we may see a post-halving dip because it seems like everything pre-halving is definitely more of a rise, and you know catching a lot of positivity rather than negativity. So I think we will see some sort of a post-halving dip or lull point. And a lot of people are saying there's a ton of people out there that are saying it's going to be the same way. It's going to be 6 months to a year after the halving, which I don't think that's the case at all. I think at maximum it's going to be 3 months after the halving that we see kind of this either dip or low point. And then we see it obviously pick up from there. But we could also see this continue, right? Just continue to rise through the halving, post halving, and all the way until we get to the end of the year to where we may see things pull back and then pick up in 2025. Because remember, we're going to have, you know, we have election season, we have maybe a new administration as well, maybe a new administration which can create a change in the markets. Um, so it's interesting to see how this dynamic does completely shift. Can you please explain the lockup for Jasmy? I missed that video. So it's very simple. It's businesses that if they want to access Jasmy Coin's ability to um, um, if they want to access Jasmy Coin's data and way to process data, then you would lock up coins for them. So you would have, let's say, Panasonic that locks up a certain amount in order to access that. And it's just something as simple as locking up for use case, locking up for use, locking up for the ability to view and use. For some reason, I'm losing my train of thought exactly or words that I wanted to use because I know there are key words that you want to use. But it's fairly simple like that. And with more businesses that are partnered become more of a lockup, more coins that get stored, and that means that coins that you cannot use, that you are not going to use, but services that they can use as a business. So not necessarily saying that every business in the world is going to do that, but it could be the case, right? Where you have mainly, and I don't know if we have a true listing of like partners that are looking to lock up right now, but I know that you do have businesses that are going to lock up their Jasmy coin in order to use such data. But then you want to see that translate to other countries, right? The US and having businesses there that are going to also partner with Jasmy. And it's fairly simple to understand. But once you start seeing the lockup figures, then we'll know, like, as in if a business does, partner up with it and does lock up coins, exactly how much will be locked up on average with that. So it is fairly simple. Can you do a TA is, wait, do you think TA is valid on brand new tokens? It's very difficult to do technical analysis on brand new tokens because they're brand new. They have no history. You can do it based off of volume and popularity and the team and all of those different things, outside factors than just understanding what the trends of the chart are, because it's creating its trend. You don't know what trend it's actually creating. You're like, oh, it's looking like it's creating a W formation. It's like, off of what previous history are you telling me that it's creating a W formation? Because you don't know if this is the absolute low, so it can't create that W. If you're looking for a head and shoulders, how do you know that it's creating that head and shoulders? It could be creating a stair step momentum, right? And you're not really looking off of previous level. You don't really know exactly what's happening there chart wise. So it's very difficult to find solid TA on any new position, any new token. So that's where you're taking that risk. And that's kind of what I wanted to step into, because I know I'll go into JasmyCoin in a second, but that's what I wanted to step into because I know there's a lot of people that may be investing into new plays. All of these new plays that you invest into that even I see as an opportunity, I'm also taking a risk. One of these days, I'm going to go through any of the plays that I did end up investing into and that are right now considered as losers versus the ones that are winners, because you'll have various ways that it does break out. You'll have something that launches where it has a ton of hype during the pre-sale, and that pre-sale ends up picking up a little bit of steam when it does launch, but then all of a sudden does dive down to a lower price, showing you what the real low is, right? And then you have something that does maybe like up. And I've seen those, right? And that means that you're taking a solid risk into anything that you're getting into. I have plays that have that I've taken a risk on, and I know that I typically will take a risk of like $100 or $200 or $300, but some that just don't work out for me. But then they end up maybe catching a little bit of traction and they start to work out in the end. So understand that a lot of these new plays are taking risks, but you AI project that honestly looks super appealing compared to a lot of other plays that are out there. And I'm just like, this looks like it's it. But again, it's my risk that I want to take to invest into that play. Am I having connection issues? It seems that way. I don't know why. Wait, what? My router's right here. I also have my secondary router right here, the one that extends out a lot further. It's just YouTube, right? It's YouTube, and I think Rumble has the same like kind of servers and services and all that stuff. So I think Rumble's having a problem as well. Why would I want that? Why would anybody want a military flashlight? They could burn they could burn things. Why would you do that? Just another way to set a house on fire. That's horrible. But anyways, let's get into JasmyCoin. Hopefully, not having crazy issues on X. I appreciate the people that are watching, but it looks like we're having some connection issues over there. I do appreciate all of you that are here. We got 200 or 322 people here, and we also have 324 likes. So feel free to continue to hit that like button. We're definitely doing a great job on the likes right now, and it means the world to me. What time do you usually stream? I really don't know. It typically is supposed to be 6 o'clock, 6 to 6:30 would be like the range to where I start. But it's very iffy because Erica has a different schedule. My wife has a different schedule, which means that I have to drop the kids off at either the bus stop or at school, and that means that I can't stream for as long as I normally do. And recently, it's been that way. Today, it's a little bit different because Erica is home, but she's also taken Hayden to school and dropped Harper off. I technically helped out with all that stuff, but she's dropping Hayden off at school and all that stuff. So it's easier to do to stream a little bit longer or at different times. But it's also going to be very difficult with my allergies now because while I believe that I'm ready, help he needs my help. Even who's that? Wait, what's the name again? Where is it? I can't even find what you said here. Evan Burke. Who's Evan Burke? What does he need? Um, is it time? Too long, Jasmy now. I just woke up. Can anyone help? An old man. Is it time to buy Jasmy? I mean, anytime is a good time as long as you look at it and say, this is a long-term play and makes sense for me. I'm still holding at this moment. You can't expect to make the same amount as other people for this. It's not the internet services. Yeah, it's not the internet. If we're having issues with YouTube, I apologize, which means we probably won't be live on YouTube for super long because it looks like we're dropping viewers a lot, which means that we've been lagging quite a bit, which makes no sense to me whatsoever because I have like the strongest. Um, your favorite subscriber is here with all the questions. Get ready. Hopefully, I can answer them without lagging. Please, wait, can you tell me, please, how far can Ton Coin go in 2024 and 2025? Ton, I think, has a ton of potential. I tend to say that a lot. It has a ton of potential. It's currently at a $25 million or $25 billion market cap. I believe I talked about this, the fact when it was at a $10 billion market cap, but I may be getting things confused. But I'm pretty sure restart my router. It seems to be fine. Everything seems to be fine. It's just YouTube is not taking the information in well. It's not taking the data. It's not accepting it in well because everything on Twitch seems to be fine. Everything on Kick seems to be fine. But then YouTube, Rumble, and X, I think, are lagging quite a bit. So those three don't really receive, I don't know what to call it, information in well, while Twitch and Kick are true just streaming services. So it's much easier and it will just like kind of lower the quality slightly until things do come in better. So it's just YouTube. It's not anything else. It's not my connection. I've checked my connection throughout this live stream and things looked great. Um, but when it comes to YouTube, obviously that's a little bit of an issue. Um, let's go into actually I wanted to show Ton. So I said Ton had a decent amount of potential. Let's go and look at the movement that we've seen over all history. We've seen this up 1,683%. Over the last year, it's up 234%. Yeah, so this was at a $2 price point when I did talk about it and somebody asked me about it, and I said this did have a ton of potential and that it can grow a lot further in multiple billions of dollars worth of a market cap. And if we look at all history, this is the highest it's ever been, $25 billion market cap at the current moment. And I think it has a lot more potential to grow to. Did my stream just stop? I think my stream just stopped. Is my stream still going on YouTube or has it ended? Stream is still going. Okay, yes, it's fine. It's not showing that it's continuing. It's showing that it stopped. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to refresh my page now. YouTube is dumb. Sorry. I apologize. It's not the best thing in the world. But yeah, it does have a ton of potential. And I believe it can go a lot further than this. You're looking at, 50, 75, $100 billion market cap for this play. You're looking at $727 million worth of volume. It has grown quite a bit over, this past month. It's up 100%, over 100%. We look at these past 7 days, it's up 45%. The last day, it's up 10%. So it has been moving, and I think it definitely can still see a lot more growth, even though this is kind of uncharted waters for them. It definitely can see a lot more growth. But the issue is that, if you're deciding to buy now, you now have to make sure that you are all in on what that growth will be, because it's not even altcoin season yet. And without it being altcoin season, still seeing Bitcoin at 53% dominance, you understand that a lot of things that are altcoins are going to have those moves, and people are going to invest into those plays. Uh, I'm seeing flashes of white light, but seems to be fully on YouTube side. Um, no frames dropped or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I did want to go through JasmyCoin because I felt like I didn't go through JasmyCoin at all. And this is what this video is kind of all about. So with the, I guess what I will do is go through JasmyCoin at a later time period. Um, on at let's say a separate video, and then upload that video later. But I don't know if it will go through here. So currently we're looking at Jasmy Coin at a 2.3, 2.4 cent price, up 19 or 18%. It was up to a 26 or 2.6 cent level, but has since decreased a little bit back down to a 2.4 cent level. I want to see this blow up and make a huge move. We're seeing about $400 million worth of volume, up 350% in volume, which is fantastic. Again, the market cap's at a 1.1, almost $1.2 billion market cap. And it just looks good. It looks great from where it has been over the last 7 days. It's up by 22%. The last month, it's up by 6%. The last year, it's up by 281%. So it has since increased and got back to, or finding a way to get back to this. It says 2.5 level, but I believe the highest point was 2.7. So it's finding ways to get back to that point as of right now. There's no real rhyme or reason as to why we're seeing that happen. It's more about, I guess I would have to guess it would be about the lockup and how we're getting closer and closer to the halving, and how this probably should happen before the halving does happen. So we're looking at positivity in that area, basically saying we're going to see a lockup. We're going to see coins that are set aside, right? Can you make a video on Welsh coin? It's the first meme coin built on Bitcoin with a market cap of 56 million. So I mean, that's great that's happened. I'm not going to make a video directly on it unless the team reaches out to me or reaches out to my management team. Then maybe we can work something out. Um, So there's going to be a few people under 18 who can't use an exchange. Perhaps some advice for them on how to get crypto. Um, that's interesting. I've never looked into that. I don't know if you can access wallets as well if you're under 18. So I don't know. I would imagine you can, because there are people that are under 18 making cryptocurrency. So I would imagine that you could do that, but it would be more of like a kind of a what's it called, custodial type of thing. So I don't know the answer to that as of right now. Any thoughts on Flare and Songbird? I've been getting airdrops all last year, monthly, and that's really built up. It's fantastic. I mean, I've looked into Flare one other time, or maybe two other times, and I thought it had some interesting um, features to it. Let's just say that. I've also looked into Songbird. I believe. I don't know. I these are um, ones that I recognize, positions that I recognize just by the name of them, but I can't say I look at them every day. So I don't really have any true thoughts on them right now. Again, we'll have to dive into some stuff maybe a little bit later if things do clear up with the live stream. Um, what do you think Jasmine will reach by the end of the year? I'm pushing for, you know, maybe 10 to 20 or 10 to 50 cents. That's what I want to see. Um, but it's not a given that that's going to be the case. And that's also a large range. I know for some people, 10 cents will be the first initial selling point for them. But I want to see, 10 to 50 cents anywhere in that range in order to see some aggressive movement in 2025. I'm still a big fan of Aerodome Finance. Still not a $1 billion market cap. Is it ready to wait? And it's ready the already the biggest liquidity hub on base. That's fantastic. If you're a big fan of that position and it is moving in the right direction, are you up a massive amount on it? If you're a big fan of it, I would imagine you hold quite a bit. Um, it really ain't too much they can do with him. I mean, his play style is on point for the most part, besides a few missed calls. Still dropping 37 for a double double. So he is wait his job. What are we talking about here? Yeah, I don't watch. I don't. The only college basketball that I watched was the women's college basketball, which is surprising because I've never watched women's college basketball. It's just been the last 2 years have been solid on the women's side, and I want to support as much as I can. Obviously, having daughters, I want to see the all leagues have a ton of success, and the men's for me was just boring. I can't tell you the last time I honestly watched a a men's college basketball game. I watch a lot of the NBA games, but I can't tell you the last time I watched a men's college basketball game. It's not as exciting to me. Uh, I'm currently investing for myself, 37, and my father, who's 71. He simply can't understand the apps. If under 18, I'd say talk to a trusted family member and invest together. True, but if you're under 18 and you know a lot more about cryptocurrency than this trusted family member, it may be difficult because then what they'll see is the gains that you see, and they have all control over that account, and they can do something that you don't want anybody to have control over your account or what you're investing into. And you could say it's a trusted family member, but once anybody sees that level of gains, when you go from $1,000 to $100,000, that person becomes a different person. It doesn't matter what the situation is. That's what happens. Um, uh, I've seen that where people that think that I don't make any money, and then I talk about my portfolio, and they're like, "Can I have like a couple $1,000s?" I'm like, "What happened to the conversation we were just having?" You know, and now it's all about how much money I have, and taking that money or trying to get some of that money, and it's always life. Life is about money, and people will change when they see that growth. If you win the lottery and you tell someone you now have $1 million, um, any money, either right that second or a day later, within a day, they're going to change their mind in exactly the way that they feel about you. And it doesn't matter who it is. It's just how it goes. And that's where those conversations come from, where they're like, if you say, you ask your family, like, if I won the lottery, what would you expect from me? And they're like, well, I would like to get 1 million or something like that. It would be like, if someone says, I'm happy for you, like that's the person that's not changing, right? But other people that are like, I would hope that you would give me something, like that's it's a little ridiculous to just say you're going to give me something. You know what I mean? Like I understand if you want to help out in any way possible, but for someone to tell you that they expect you to give them something is a little ridiculous. So same thing goes for cryptocurrency. Once you start making a crazy amount of money, there's going to be a lot of people that change around you, and I want to make sure that you do right by yourself before you decide to just help out everybody else. Because if you make, let's say, $2 million from this, $10 million from it, whatever, pay your taxes first. Make sure that you have your money set aside for taxes, and then also pay off the things you need to pay off first. Get your life in order before you start helping out everybody else. I would never tell anyone. I know, but from then, I'm always going to be paranoid that they're around me just because of the money. That's very true. I don't watch a ton of basketball from. Okay, simply just stood under the basket most of the time, and not coin. Wait, it come live in a token comes out in 2020 or April 20th, and already have 2 billion coins. I lose friends telling them to buy crypto. Yeah, and then when you make money from crypto, you now also lose those friends all over again because they reach out to you and say, I made, you'll say, I made a bunch of money somewhere, and they'll be like, oh, I heard this person made a bunch of money. Have you heard of Notcoin? I haven't heard of Notcoin. I have not heard of Notcoin. The first two moves is CPA and a tax attorney. I mean, yeah, find an accountant to do your taxes once you make that much money. Um, I will employ them, but no handouts. Yeah, I told people many times, and my mom didn't like that. Like I was like, look, we're not going to be double taxed in any situation. I don't want to be double taxed in any situation. So if I have to own the asset that you are living in, I will own the asset that you are living in. But I'm not going to give you the money to buy a house. I will just buy the house, own the house, and then you live in it. Um, like that's like I'm not going to sit here and give you the money because that creates a double tax situation. But I will find every ways to avoid or every single way to avoid that second tax rather than, having, let's say if I did win the lottery and had 100 million or what could be the crypto lottery here and have multiple millions, I'm going to be taxed on that money, right? and I don't want to be taxed again if I'm going to do something nice for people. Charities are a different story, but um, giving money to family members is a lot. My North Texas means green beat Purdue. In the tournament in 2021. That was a big deal for uh, the Mean Green. Very interesting. Be right back. Thank you for letting me know. Um, wow, Jasmy blowing up. Yeah, I mean it's looking pretty good. JasmyCoin's looking pretty good. You could see the movement. This is over the last year and what we have seen. It pushed up to about 25, 27. I think it was 2.7 cents, and now it's back up to like 2.4. My value is up to 23,700, which I've made quite a bit from that play. I'm happy about that. Your video is fine. They have to close the app and rejoin. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with it. I didn't have this problem, yesterday or the day before that, but maybe everybody's streaming right now. I don't know, and YouTube's having trouble dealing with all of it. I really don't know. I just got on. Why is Jasmy moving up? Any news? And there's no real news. If I had to speculate, like I said before, if I had to speculate, it's about the lockup and how we're believing that this is going to happen before the halving happens, which is in 7 days. So as we get closer and closer, we should see JasmyCoin that's the initial 100 million is going to be locked up before the halving. That's what the thought process is, I guess. But there's no like real rhyme or reason as to why this is pushing a massive amount, unless somebody else has some news or partnership news that I'm not aware of. Um, so many ads popping up on the stream. I don't know why. You have no sound. It seems like there's so many different issues. I see the sound. You might just be mute in some way, or it's connected to a Bluetooth device or something. Um, but from what I'm hearing, there's a bunch of issues that YouTube's having. One, the lagging. Two, people are saying there's no sound. Three, ads that are being popping up multiple times. It should be every 12 minutes you would get an ad that should be a skippable ad. But someone told me that now it's also an unskippable ad that people are getting. And I don't understand that. So you say you have sound. Sound is fine. Okay, good. Okay, now it's back. I had to restart. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's happening with YouTube, but they're struggling right now. I appreciate all the people that came through here that wanted to talk about, JasmyCoin, that wanted to talk about crypto. I haven't looked at my portfolio in a little bit, and you know how you like get a bill in the mail that is going to be like maybe a massive amount. Let's say you bought a refrigerator or something, and you don't want to open it because you don't want to look at it. You don't want to have that real. Like once you open the mail, then it becomes real that you owe that amount. The same thing goes for like opening my credit card accounts, right? I'll open my app and I'm like, I know once I scroll over, it's going to be a massive amount. And then sometimes I'll scroll over and I'm like, oh, it's not even that much. And then other times I'll scroll over, I'm like, I knew it. I didn't even want to look at it. If I didn't look at it, it's not real. Like that's kind of where I'm at with my portfolio because I know it's been moving in different directions where one day it's insanely positive, one day it's insanely negative, and I mean like plus or minus like 10 or 20,000. And it's like I don't want to see myself lose 10 or 20,000 even though it's not a realized loss. It's just from where it was to now what it's worth. It's not worth as much. You can block ads on your phone. I mean, you can. You can also download ad blocker and you'll have that as well. Or you can get YouTube Premium. I have YouTube Premium and I watch all of the YouTube that I want with no ads as long as I'm logged into that account. This isn't a sponsorship for YouTube Premium unless they want to pay me for a sponsorship. But yeah, it's YouTube Premium is not bad at all. What's your thoughts on the SEC with Uniswap news? That's something that I thought was very interesting. It honestly scares me a bit because the SEC is always trying to sue so many different exchanges, businesses, um, cryptocurrencies, the projects themselves, as long as they know that they have um, a leader, a creator, a developer, they're looking to sue them. If when you look at Bitcoin, it's like you know who created them, but you don't know how to find that person. When you look at Shiba Inu, you don't know, well, you know who created it, but you don't know how to find that person or who that person is, right? So it's difficult to sue the cryptocurrency themselves. But something like Terra Luna Classic, where you have Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, and you have Ripple, and understand that XRP is created by Ripple, and they hold Ripple, and or they hold XRP. Like, you can sue those, and the same thing goes for like Uniswap, where you're offering the swapping systems for the United States, right? People are allowed to swap as much as they want on Uniswap or utilize Uniswap, and they're just looking for another lawsuit to gather money from. And they understand that Uniswap is probably, or trading on MetaMask and trading on the DeFi side of things, is kind of the way that people are not necessarily paying taxes, that are getting away from taxes because they don't have a tracking system to say this is how much you made within here. This is how much needs to be reported, like Coinbase has. So people are getting away with it by just not, putting the money in their bank account or whatever. And it's become a long process for them to track those things. So if you sue Uniswap, it makes it more difficult for them to accurately swap on the Ethereum side or whatever. But you can still trade on MetaMask, and the next step is to sue the actual wallets, the owners of the wallets. Like Trust Wallet is owned by Binance, to sue them as well. It's all about them making money or eating away at the amount of money that is flowed through crypto, but no taxes have been brought back to the U.S. from the money that's flowing into crypto. Does that make sense? Jasmy is falling now. I mean, it's still sitting at 23, but yeah, it's not as much as it was where it was at 25. Do you know about the Nakamoto upgrade? I don't. Can someone wait? Can someone confirm it's on MEXC? So many different coins. Pepe. If Pepe is on MEXC, where you at? I don't know what you're asking. If you're asking if Pepe is on MEXC or something else is on MEXC. It's out of support. Oh, Jasmy's out of support. Hey Matt, do you think we're closing the year with Jasmy hitting $1? No, I don't. That would be great if we did, but I don't think that's the case. We could see FOMO that honestly does pick it up to a level that's just unfathomable, right? But I'm not banking on that happening. If it does, and it grows that aggressively, and I end up having $1 million in JasmyCoin, because I would love to take profit, but if I see it moving aggressively, then what I will have is more of a stop level. So it does continue to run, and then I get stopped out at a lower level where I originally wanted to take profit if it does come back. Um, but if it continues to run and do like a Dogecoin type of thing where it just continues to push, or a Solana type of thing where it doesn't stop moving and has no retracements, of course I'm going to see that through and gain as much as I can gain, because that's really what the process needs to be. And that's where the exit plan can be changed or be altered a little bit, to where, yes, you see it get up to those levels, but it skyrockets past your level of selling, which for me would be like 10 cents. I only have 100K Jasmy, and I think that's still good. Can you smell what the Jasmy is cooking? I can smell what the Jasmy is cooking. It's cooking up gains. What exchanges do you use? Good morning. Good morning to you as well. I typically use I use crypto.com for my CRO, majority of CRO, especially with staking for the cards or staking for the Jade Green card. I use Coinbase. I also use MetaMask, and I have Phantom Wallet and Coinbase Wallet. I also use Kraken as my random coin portfolio, which I don't know how that's going right now, but I know that I'm still massively in the green over there. But I'm looking to turn that $500 that I invested into there into 50,000. My voice is starting to kind of give out a little bit. I might have to end this live stream or else I won't be able to talk. So I would apologize. I'm going to let the market open and then we'll end the live stream because if I keep going, I won't be able to talk the next couple of days. So I need to pace myself. Yeah. What would Jasmy be at the something I can't see that at the end of the today? What would Jasmy be at the end of today? Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. It depends how the market continues, but I would love to see it break 3 cents today, but I'm not so sure that that will happen. It definitely did see a decent increase. It's up 19% on the day, 18% on the day. So we're definitely seeing some major movement, and it seems like it resisted from the 2.6 cent level. So I don't think we're going to see it break 3 cents, but there's always that possibility. Offer 100% Bitcoin, meaning that we are irreversible as Bitcoin's once confirmed. Do you think Jasmy passes 3 in a few years? Like $3? Do I think it passes $3 in a few years? It depends. How much the lockup is, how many coins are available, if they have a burn feature, how usable is it, and all of that, right? And all of the above. Because if you can lock up 20,000 or 20 billion coins, if that's the case, you can lock up 20 billion coins. That leaves 30 billion that's out there, meaning that you can get to a $60 billion market cap, no problem. Or sorry, $90 billion market cap. I wasn't thinking. $90 billion market cap, no problem. Below 100 billion, especially if it's heavily used to where 20 billion is locked up, of course. But that's not saying that it's 100% going to get there because you don't know exactly how much is going to be locked up. It could be a billion, it could be 20, it could be 25, it could be all of it. But 10 cents is my starting point. Still buy Jasmy now? That's totally up to you. I think it still has a long-term opportunity. Obviously, I'm still holding. If I wasn't holding, I wouldn't think that they had the opportunity above that. But since I am holding, obviously, I think they have the opportunity. A lot of people are scared of Jasmy, but forget it was 50% of a penny at the beginning of the year. Yeah. Understand the level of growth and understand that if you see something that has $1 billion in volume while it only has $1 billion market cap, that's something that you can truly see as something that's going to have a lot of success within the bull market. It's going to have a lot of push in the bull market. And right now, you're even seeing $415 million worth of volume. Understand popularity. People don't want to understand popularity and they only want to look at what they've done in the past use case wise, right? Or what they're building. And even if you're looking at what they're building, you still can see a lot of success there. But then you also factor in the level of popularity, the volume, the traction, the views, the conversations, all of that. It really tells you that FOMO is going to be strong, that this is going to have, meme coin like volume numbers, but for something that's a utility coin. Like that's something that really should sit well with you and should sit well with a lot of people. But people won't see it that way. And I'm not telling you that you have to buy it. It's totally your decision. But understand what's at hand, or what this is going to be overall, because I think it's going to be big. I think, right? Again, that's just my opinion. Before I went to bed last night, Jasmy was hitting resistance and overbought. Once again, oversold. Ready to dollar cost average. I mean, I'm good. I wish that we did see this down to like below a cent during a bearish time, and who knows, we might still see that depending on if this does become insanely bearish before it starts to truly break out. Because if we see Bitcoin that starts to kind of crumble.
Marcel Joff donated $4.99 through Super Chat.
I know that you already said this.
Before I went to bed last night,
Jasmy was hitting resistance and overbought. Once again oversold. Ready to DCA.
Dollar cost average is what it's all about. I try to dollar cost average as much as I can, but in JasmyCoin, I invested at 40% of a penny. It makes no sense for me to do that. That's like the same thing with Terra Luna Classic. I bought at 6 zeros. There's no reason for me to invest at 3 or 4 zeros or anything like that. There's no reason for me to do that. Jasmy brand new on Margex today? What are you talking about? Let me go to Margex. Really? Say no more. Say absolutely no more. Did not know that at all. All right, so now you're going to see a bunch of different positions for me. I don't care what price we're at. I really don't give a shit what price we're at. Okay. So 100, let's go $200. I hope that they don't have a high, because I think it is 25x leverage, isn't it? Let's see. Where was it? New. It's got to be a starred play for me. Where is it? Maybe they saw me talk about Jasmy and they were like, yeah, let's go. I was going to reach out to them, but they didn't. I don't know where the heck it is. Whatever. We'll find it. But yeah, I hope the fees aren't really that high, because I am going to do a 5x, not a 50. Oh, it's 50x leverage. You can do up to 50x leverage on JasmyCoin if you want to. So for me, I'm going to do 200. This is an XRP, so I would receive XRP nonetheless. But I'm going to go ahead and buy at this moment. And my liquidation point is 1.8, which is not that high. And if it does get down that low, I'm going to do it again. I just hope that it's not a crazy... with 50x leverage, I would imagine it's not going to be that. But to now have Jasmy on Margex, that's huge. And that's going to be now a video that I put out. Did I spell it right? All right. Well, that's going to be a new video. Thank you for letting me know, because I did not know. They don't give me any alerts there. So yes, that explains Margex. And now explain Margex and what you just did for us newbies. So what I did was a leverage trade. Leverage trade means that you are leveraging the platform's money or someone else's money in order to make a more aggressive trade, but only risking a smaller amount. So say I only have $100 to invest. I want to gain the most gains that I can get. I can do it at a 5x leverage, meaning I will trade $500 worth, but only invest or only risk $100. Or I can do it at a 50x leverage, which will then add another zero to it, and I'll basically be trading $5,000 while only risking $100. However, the issue is that you do have a liquidation point when you are doing that, meaning that you can be fully liquidated. If I decided to pick a 50x leverage, the problem that we would have with that is that I would have no room for the downside. So if you truly believe that this is at a lower level where it can bounce off of, let's say, the 50 moving average or something like that, then you would invest into that. And honestly, this does show you that clear picture that the 50 moving average is very, very important at the moment versus any other average that we do have there. I have 15 moving average, I have a 50 moving average, and then I have a 200 EMA that's there. So it seems like 50 moving average is very important. I ended up doing a 5x leverage on JasmyCoin. I probably will do more leverage trading as the price does go up, as I see it hit certain levels of a low on the way up. But I'll continue to continue to trade to get into JasmyCoin longer term. And hopefully I can do some 50x leverages as well as 10x leverages, and you're going to see a lot that comes out of me. I just wish that I can hold JasmyCoin there and gather more JasmyCoin, but it seems like I'm only able to leverage trade XRP or leverage trade any other position for a JasmyCoin play, if that makes sense. Yes, whoever told Matt. Thanks for whoever told Matt. Especially after I took a loss on Margex after you showed me how to do it, Matt. Yeah, it's a learning curve, right? So don't ever just go out of here and just saying, I need to do a 50x leverage. A 50x leverage means that if the position drops by 2%, you then lose everything that you invested. If you're talking about a 5x leverage, if that position drops by 20%, which gives you a lot more room for growth or a lot more room for error, then you can have success. So if I invest $200 at a 5x leverage, it means that, well, actually, maybe I want to do a little bit more than that. But if I invest $200 at a 5x leverage, it means that only a certain amount, like 69 XRP, is going to be my cost, which is not crazy. So if I wanted to do, let's say, another $1,000, right? If I did see it come down, but I wanted to do it in a different trade, this is kind of the same trade because I want to risk more money. Maybe just a little bit more money. I want to risk $200 while trading 1,000. So this is the beginning stages where you'll say, all right, 1,000 here, but you only want it at a 5x leverage, meaning that you're putting up 347 XRP or about $200 worth, and then you're trading $1,000 worth. So I'm going to put that through as well. This is risking some XRP doing this, even though it has seen an 18% gain, but I just want to be a part of it. I really do. So if it does take off, then great. If it does come back down to this level, which is the 50 moving average, I still shouldn't be liquidated at that point, but I hope that it does break way past this point so that I can make some decent money from it and, have this 5x leverage work out for me. For some reason, I thought that I was putting in 200, but I was putting in 20% of that. Yeah, so right now I'm up about $1 on these, and maybe it'll come back, but it's fine. I did do a 5x leverage, so I have a little bit of room for error. And if it does come back down, I'm going to make a different trade. Again, I just like the fact that Margex or JASMY is available in Margex, so I'm hype about it. I'm very, very hype about it. Hopefully it goes up though. Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful that it does go up. But if it does come back down and give me the opportunity to leverage trade in a little bit lower at below 2 cents, I'll take that as well. But I decided to risk about $260 here in these plays just because I've made so much from other ones like XRP. It just made sense. But don't copy my trades. This is something that I added to it, and I don't expect you guys to. I expect to see profit in any scenario, but it doesn't mean that I will. As it is coming back down, it doesn't mean that I will see profit. I want to be a part of what this will be in Margex, and that's why I decided to throw money here. It wasn't a strategic play based on being at a 50 moving average because it's above that. It's not based on being at a lower spot or anything like that, or any type of support or resistance level, because it's above those things. So it's primarily just taking a risk here in a play that I truly believe in for the long term. And I just hope that it's not going to come down to a 1.8 cent level. And if it does, it does. But then I'll have another opportunity to find that play and find a lot of success within that play. It's Wednesday. We can go down over the weekend. I think you're right. Are you headed to Las Vegas next month? No, I'm not. I am headed to Atlantic City in like 2 weeks. And I don't know if I'll do any gambling. I might. It's always fun to just throw some money on the table and just sit there and relax and have a beer and chit chat with the people that you're with. Not really about the gambling side of things. I'm not really a person that's addicted to gambling. But you can get addicted to honestly anything. Sugar, gambling, success, working, golfing. Are you adding any stop losses? I'm not in these two plays. No. There's no stop losses in any of my plays because they're more longer term. As you can see from a lot of the ones that I do have, if it is a short term play, then yes, I'm looking for stop losses and all of that. But I'm not looking for this to go lower than the 1.9 or 2 cent level. If it does, then it does, and I find another opportunity or find another low point to buy at. But the point is that I can leverage trade this off and on, short term and long term. All of these that I have in my portfolio are long term. You can see that I held this one from January 2024, and I'm up 591%. I held this one from January 2024 as well, which it is XRP, and I'm up 55%. Let's see. I'm up 158% on this one, 235% on this one, 1,114% on this play, which is $140. I'm up 125, up 342 or 343. So yes, while they are coming down, while it does look like you are losing quite a bit, again, it's all or wait, those are the wrong ones. It's all based on what you see long term within it, and I see a lot long term. It's just whether it can decrease 20% within that time frame, and you want to give yourself a lot of room for success. Oh, it is Thursday. I forgot it's Thursday. I ain't gonna lie. After seeing JASMY on Margex just now, I just put in $100 at a 5x leverage. Yeah, I mean it's phenomenal to see it on Margex, and I don't even know how much volume they're seeing on Margex. 24-hour volume is $162 million, and that's with leverage trading as well. So that's obviously the whole thing is leverage trading. So I wish that I can capture they can give me or let me hold JasmyCoin in here as well, but it's not holdable, if that's the right word I'm looking for. Matt, do you have a tutorial on using Margex and how to use it? I do have it on Patreon, if you want to check that out. And then I also have some videos on YouTube where we're talking about how to utilize Margex as well. I am going to put out a video later today talking about JasmyCoin being on Margex, which is a huge deal. For me, at least, it's a huge deal. And I know for some other people it might be, but this is definitely it. So I'm going to get out of here because I have to record a video. And my voice is like, I got to give my voice a break. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon at Perry8K. You can follow me over there. Also, Patreon, the link is in the description. I changed some things up in Patreon. I'm going to try and do things where it's a little bit more basic and it's not necessarily like a daily type of thing where you get this, this, and this. It's going to be like daily. It's going to be more of like not a spur of the moment, but anytime I see an opportunity or I see an update ability or update video that I want to make, or just talk about different plays that I like, I will talk about those. And I expect it to be an open conversation when it comes to the community chats, which are now available on desktop as well as mobile. So feel free to check that out. And don't forget to, if you guys want to sign up for Margex, the link to Margex is in my chat, where you can start trading today at a 5x leverage, 10x leverage, 50x leverage, 100x leverage, and so on. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.